Tensions are running high in Jerusalem as Muslims celebrate their holy month of Ramadan. Israeli forces have ramped up security measures, preventing many Palestinians from entering the Al-Aqsa Mosque to pray. RT's Middle East correspondent Maria Finoshin reports now from the divided city.
Traditionally, as the holy month of Ramadan approaches, the streets, shops and markets in Jerusalem's Old City, where I am right now, are decked out with lanterns, lights and ornamental papers. But this year breaks the norm. No celebrations in solidarity with the people of Gaza, where more than 31,000 lives have been lost in an Israeli offensive that sees no signs of ending. This is how the Old City looked last year, on the first day of Ramadan. And this is today. Jerusalem's Old City is located in its eastern Arab part that is supposed to become the capital of a future Palestinian state. The majority of residents here are Muslims. The pain of Gazans, they say, is their pain.
Gaza is an inseparable part of the land of Palestine, just an hour drive from Jerusalem, and you're in Gaza. We are connected by blood. We are one people. Gazans and East Jerusalem residents are Palestinians. This is definitely a war of extermination happening there, and everyone agrees on that, not a self-defense war, as we keep hearing.
Because of the Gaza war, security in the Old City has been tightened. It's here, atop a temple mount sacred for the Jewish people, that sits Al-Aqsa Mosque, an Islamic holy shrine that is also a symbol of national and religious identity for Palestinians. Israel has long been limiting access to the mosque for Palestinians, it claimed for security reasons, adding tensions to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Hamas called its attacks on southern Israel on October the 7th Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, in defense of the mosque. There were talks about limiting the number of worshippers this year. It was eventually announced that all Israeli Arabs could get in, while the number of Palestinians were restricted to 15,000 for the whole month of Ramadan, and only those above the age of 55. Hundreds of police officers and security forces are deployed in Jerusalem's Old City, as you can see behind me, to provide security for worshippers arriving to Al-Aqsa, the third holiest place for all Muslims, or to impede their access. It was the first night of Ramadan. Crowds of Muslims tried to make their way to Al-Aqsa, men, women. The Israeli police violently pushed people away, as this video circulating online shows. Police were accused of denying entry to some Arab Israelis in violation of a promise made by Prime Minister Netanyahu to enable free access to Muslim citizens. Clashes erupted. Force was used to disperse the crowds.
What we hear in the media is different from what is happening on the ground. There are abusive actions from the soldiers and police who do not treat people humanely, but treat them with violence and assault.
Abed's family has been living in Jerusalem for generations, before Israel was established in 1948. He still remembers how they used to go freely to Al-Aqsa, something that has changed following two intifadas, massive Palestinian uprisings against Israeli occupation, and most recently the Gaza conflict. Abed is 67. He says he's lucky to be granted access, but his sons and grandchildren, he complains, cannot go. While we talk, Abed's son, Abu Yusuf, passes by.
At the door, they ask us for our ID to prove where we're from. I live just a few meters away from the Al-Aqsa Mosque, right at the doorstep. Ah, here's my son. Hello, my son. How are you, Abu? Did they let you into Al-Aqsa to go and pray? No, it's still forbidden. It's forbidden to go in.
Every day we try as much as we can for Ramadan. We always end up doing what they want. I mean, it's not us who decide, they decide, the police. We come to the mosque and they are the ones that prevent us from entering.
We follow the father to the afternoon prayer down the narrow cobbled streets of the Old City. At the gate to Al-Aqsa, all goes smoothly for the old man. We stay near the checkpoint for a while, watching. The Israeli officer looks friendly, greets everybody saying Happy Ramadan in Arabic, checking IDs and papers.
If you could just say, what are you checking when you're checking the documents?
No, it's Muslim or not Muslim. Only Muslim people can pass the way.
But some people, you don't allow them because they're Palestinians?
No, everybody.
We stay and film for a bit more. A group of young Arabs is sent away in front of us, without explanation. We go to another gate. A middle-aged man in a red hat almost got inside, but seconds later, after the officer checked something on a computer, he was called back and also sent away. He left cursing.
When you check in documents, what do you check?
If she has questions, she can pose them to the police. I am not answering questions from reporters, okay? I am sorry, but I am banned from doing so. Sorry.
When the afternoon prayer was over, we accidentally met Abu Yusuf again, a Palestinian who managed to enter Al-Aqsa today. While he explained how it went, we were suddenly interrupted.
I was able to enter because the policeman knows me. Otherwise, they wouldn't let me in. And here comes the soldier to chase us away.
Police told us we are in the way of worshippers coming out of Al-Aqsa and should immediately clear the way. We didn't want to argue and left. During our time in the old city, we didn't see or hear about new clashes. We've seen many Israeli police officers, rather polite but tense. They are on high alert. They know that this fragile calm can change at any moment. Marie Noshna, RT from Jerusalem's old city.